Good afternoon. My name is Dominique Gilliard, and I serve as the Director of Racial Righteousness and Reconciliation for the Love, Mercy, Do Justice mission priority of the Evangelical Covenant Church. And today I have the honor of interviewing Reverend Dr. Alex G., who is the Senior Pastor of Fountain of Life Covenant Church in Madison, Wisconsin. And so today we're going to have a conversation about the current state of reality and kind of something that is really forcing the faith community to wrestle with some deeply rooted things. And so Dr. G is gonna talk to us a little bit about some of his work, some of his leadership in the Madison area, and give us a broader context of why what we're wrestling with is so deeply entrenched in our nation. So welcome, Doctor.
Hey, you know what? I'm so glad to be here, Reverend Gilliard. Thank you for inviting me. It's so good to talk about what's happening, you know, in our ministry, but it's sad that it's happening in this context.
Yes, indeed. And as we kind of wrestle with the realities of our brother who was slain in the streets as he was jogging down the road, and today on his birthday, we're having to corporately lament this reality as we enter into Mother's Day weekend, knowing that a mom for the first time is going to have to endure the trauma and the searing loss of not having her beloved son with her. A lot of the work that you've done in Madison has really been in stewarding Christians into deeper engagement with some of these issues historically and presently. And particularly, I know you've been doing some really important work with righteous anger. So could you talk to us a little bit about some of the work you've been doing and even define righteous anger for us?
Sure. And we've actually termed it justified anger. But it's justified and it's righteous too, brother. It's righteous too. I would just say that I've grown up in Madison, Wisconsin. I'm the longest serving minister, clergy professional in our community. And so I don't care if it's a mosque, temple, hall. I've been at it longer than anyone else. So that's given me a little bit of grace to be able to speak into situations. And so it's actually not just the Christians I'm trying to challenge. I'm really trying to challenge our progressive community of Madison, Wisconsin, of liberal Madison, Wisconsin, to think differently about what we're doing and what needs to happen. And I will just say that my heart aches over the fact that we're talking about this on birthday, and it's frightening. And I'm sure you think about this too, Dominique. Man, I live 866 miles from where he was shot, and I'm rethinking my nightly walk. When the sun goes down, it's quiet in our neighborhood. A full lap around is a half mile, so I can count the laps and know how, what I'm putting in. I'm rethinking it. Not that people are bad or mean in our community, but just black male, medium build, 5'8", 5'9", low haircut, whatever. It messes with our heads. And so I just think the first thing I want to say to folks is one of the reasons why I'm angry is that I didn't know this brother. Now I do. The nation knows him. They should know his name. But the rest of the nation is not fearful. But brothers who look like me and you, mothers who are raising men like me and you, are thinking, no, you can't go outside and ride your bike. No, you can't walk to the store. No, you can't go jogging. So we're adjusting our whole life because this has now been another example of, you mean even within the pandemic? Like we just can't get along inside the pandemic? Like y'all ain't got nothing better to do than that? And the penalty for burglary, if he were guilty, is being shot in the street. So I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself, but man,
you're speaking to the depth of the pain that we're collectively experiencing in unique ways as Black Christians right now, and Black people in general. But I think, I've had insomnia since the video has been released. I haven't been able to sleep. I lie awake at night concerned about my son. And I talked a little bit on social media about the trauma and the stress and anxiety of having to be concerned about trying to raise a precious Black boy in a society that has over and over again kind of demonstrated this type of violence to little Black boys and men 25 years old doing nothing more than just simply jogging down the street to stay active. So
it's scary. It's scary, and our worlds are shifting on so many levels, on so many axes. While we're adjusting to the pandemic and the loss of everything, I think what happened, Dominique, is we thought for just a moment the pandemic is the enemy. COVID-19 is the enemy, not Wuhan, not China, the disease, the illness, that's the enemy. And then I think in a moment, the news clip, we realize we're still the enemies. COVID-19 is going to go away, but guess what? I'm going to be Black for the rest of my life. Because growing up, we would say, we ain't got to do nothing but stay Black and die. We might have add taxes to that. But yeah, man,